works. It works. It works. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ben Ofari and the Bodak Cultural Group from West Africa. This is Travelin' Music, traveling to your table. So please, ladies and gentlemen, have a seat so we can get this party started. Take it away, Ben. Thank you. I know, but Tom, you're a very influential guy. You can get your partner to sit down. I know you can do this. People know you.
Thank you for your leadership.
Oh, thank you.
Making things happen tonight.
That's good. Thank you. Okay, this is your responsibility.
Yes.
You have to get your husband or your date to sit down. Because he won't listen to me. Yeah, exactly. Very good. You know, you look very influential. I bet you could get these guys to sit down because they won't listen to me. What's your name? Meredith? Just tell them where to sit.
Dennis watched me on
Yeah, they're into it. They're into it. Just have them lower it, and then I'll. That's the Bodak Cultural Group featuring our friend Ben Ofari from West Africa. Ben, you are making us very hungry. Folks, can I get your attention? Can I get all of you? Gentlemen in the back, the two Gabby guys in the back, come and have a seat. Come and join the party, and we'll get started. Ladies and gentlemen, please have a seat, and we're going to get this party started. Last call for sitting down. It's a very fun group. Thank you.
good luck.
Where's William? William? You tell me, I'll tell them to stop. They won't be able to see you.
Oh, I'm going down on the floor.
Okay. Way to go, Ben Unhooked. Way to go, brother. Let's get everybody sitting down, and we're going to get started in exactly 30 seconds. Whether you're sitting down or not, we're going to get this party started.
If we could
Wait 3 seconds. You're good now. You're good now.
If we could get everyone to take their seats, please. We're going to go ahead and get started with our evening. If we could get everybody to take their seats. I have just a few of you still standing. It would be great to get everybody to take their seats at this point in time. There we go. Later in the evening, we're going to have a dance along, so anybody that wants to go dance along, just sign up over there. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Absolutely wonderful good evening to you. On behalf of the Board of Directors and the staff of Children of Grace, I would like to welcome you here to the 2015 Hear Our Dreams event. There you go. Give it up for Hearing Dreams. My name is William Anderson, and I am a member of the staff of Children of Grace. Very pleased to be here with you all tonight. I believe that we have a really enjoyable evening planned for you this evening. We want you to make sure that you do everything that you can to enjoy yourself. I mentioned earlier that, there's a dance-along planned for later, so, get your dancing shoes on for that. I don't know whether that's real or not, but you can make it happen. You've already heard his voice, but I want to introduce you to someone who's going to bring a lot of fun to the night, and that's our auctioneer, George Nosetti. Where are you, George? You'll see a lot of George tonight, and we've got a wonderful meal planned for you, and just some things that I think you'll really enjoy. So our hope and our goal for this evening is that by the end of tonight, you have gotten to know Children of Grace a little bit better. That you have had the opportunity to meet some of the truly amazing young people that we have here tonight. Many of them are sitting at tables around. Please make the effort to get to know them. We want you to have the opportunity to hear their dreams. It's our hope that you'll be inspired by their dreams. And that in fact, you might be so inspired that you are moved by their dreams enough to become part of the community that has committed itself to supporting and ensuring that the dreams of these young people and the dreams of hundreds of other Ugandan young people are indeed realized, do in fact come true. Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed people, citizens, can change the world. Indeed, that is the only thing that has ever changed the world. So tonight we are going to invite you to join with us, to join that community that is committed to changing the world. How many of you think you can be world changers tonight? I think we all can. You got food in front of you. You're hungry. We're just going to do a couple of things, and then we'll let you dig in. No cheating yet. I want to invite Pastor Mark Wolin up here. Where is Pastor Wolin? Is he here yet? He hasn't made it yet. Okay. We were going to invite him up here for the invocation. But since he's not here, hopefully he'll make it in time for dessert. Would you all just bow your heads for a moment and let me pray for us? Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for the tremendous hospitality of our host, Mr. and Mrs. Baring, inviting us into their home. Lord, we thank you for all of those who have gathered and have within their heart the desire to make a difference in the life of children who have great need, who by no fault of their own have found themselves in difficult circumstances. As we share together this time of community, friendship, fellowship, Lord, we just ask that you will bless our time, bless our food to our bodies, and Father, that this night would be about what you would have it be, and that whatever the result is what you would have it be. And we just ask this in Jesus' name, amen. All right, I got put on the spot there. When Mark shows up, he's in big trouble. Listen, every organization starts with two things. They start with a compelling vision and an amazing passion. Children of Grace started that way. And at this moment, I would like to bring up to the center stage here our visionary, the one whose passion birthed this organization and continues to drive it forward. Many of you know her. Some of you are going to get your first look at her. She's a tough one. Our executive director and founder and visionary, Mary Ann McCoy.
Wow, thank you so much, everyone, and welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to see all of you here tonight, all these beautiful faces. I met many of you walking in, so thank you again for coming and enjoy your evening. Tonight, I'm honored, we are honored as children of grace to be in this beautiful place. Don't you love it? Isn't it just awesome? Yeah. And that is because of these wonderful people right here, Ken and Patricia Baring, who so lovingly let us use their wonderful place. And I'm sure as you go around tonight, just look at the art. It is so amazing. You don't have to go to the museum, just enjoy. So I would like to tonight welcome up Patricia Baring, who I asked at one time if we could possibly come to their home, and they gratefully said yes. So Pat, would you please come up? Yeah, Patricia and I actually go back a long, long time. She sponsored a student for many, many years now, and her latest student is Brian, and she gets little cards from him, and I think she has every card she's ever received from him, right?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So tonight, Patricia, I just have to tell you that I'm just humbled, and I'm honored, and I love you, and thank you for doing this for us.
Oh. Mary Ann is one gal that I admire ever since I've met her. And the things that she does for and with, I think is pretty special. And I think all of you have been lucky enough to know her even for a little while are appreciative of having that possibility. And I'm so happy that you could come tonight and set up this beautiful party with all these smiling faces. Anyway, thank you all for coming and supporting Children of Grace. I think that that's something really special.
For you.
Oh, dear. Well, whatever it is, thank you.
Yes, on behalf of Children of Grace, just a small, small thank you. Thank you so much, Patricia. Do you want to? Oh, sure. It's a little hand-carved woman from Jinja, Uganda.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Dig in.
Are the items in here?
Is everybody enjoying your meal? What do you think? Did Scott's do a good deal for us today? Put together a pretty good meal? Absolutely. Listen, I want you to continue eating. Go ahead and finish your meals, but I would like to get everybody's attention just for a moment. I want to have the opportunity to introduce you to some of these really amazing kids. So if I could get you, there you go, good. Give it to him, Todd. So if I could get everybody to just take a moment and turn your attention to the monitors, we have a very short video that we'd like to play for you. Go ahead, Will.
My name is Bateme Dennis, and within a few weeks I will be embarking on my journey to go and study mechanical engineering at the university level in America. With me, every challenge that comes my way is an opportunity for me to prove my worth. And I believe there is something bigger than myself deep inside me that I need to explore. I would love to thank the Children of Grace organization, together with its donors, for the opportunity granted unto me to become more than just a student, but a scholar, an all-round scholar that will be ready to fit in the job market. In Uganda, we face a number of challenges, not because we lack engineers to address them, but because the engineers lack the appropriate skills to put those skills to effect. Where there are many opportunities where I can effect my change, and I'm ready to step through and help my country become part of the developed world. Once again, I want to thank Children of Grace for giving me this opportunity to help my country become what it will be in the future.
That's your Twitter, you're on, fella.
My name is Dennis Bateme, as you've all seen and heard. Good evening, everyone. I'm a child of grace. Children of Grace and my sponsors, Angie and John, have sponsored me since I was 8. That was in lower primary. And I'm right now 21. Today, I'm just a couple of weeks away from completing my freshman year at Arizona State University. I'm pursuing a degree, an undergraduate degree in air transportation management. Uh, I'm grateful for all that Children of Grace has done for me. And at this juncture, I would like to introduce a few of some of my colleagues that are with us today and get to tell you about them so that you can appreciate what Children of Grace has done in our lives. And I would request that if I call upon your name, you stand up for people to see you wherever you're seated. One of them is Umar Waizoba, who is at Morehouse College. He's double majoring. He's double majoring in electrical engineering and applied physics and mathematics. Then we have Patricia Ibalo. She's there she is. She's at Arizona State University, majoring in molecular biology and biotechnology. Then we have Wilson Bikaba. He's at Arizona State University also. He is majoring in construction engineering. Then we have Limon Bogere. He's an exceptional student at Arizona State University as well, majoring in chemical engineering. Then we have Rehema, an exceptional student. She's a high school student at Athenaean School in Danville on a full scholarship. Then we have Mercy. An exceptional student from San Ramon Valley School in California. And then we have Joe, who Joe attended a 2-year training course in Uganda in computer training, and is right now in the US pursuing advanced computer training. Thank you, Joe. Those are just a few of the people that I wanted to share with you, but there are many others that are out there that are just like us. And at this juncture, I would like to say, Marianne, what all children of grace want is parental care, and that is exactly what you have shown to all of us. Words alone cannot express how much we really do appreciate how much you have done. How I wish everyone were like you. The world would be a much happier place. We are who we are right now because of the brainchild of Children of Grace. And you and Mike are really, really an inspiration to all of us. I would like to just sum up everything and say thank you to Children of Grace and the donors. You have done an exceptional job in the lives of many people out there. And I would love to say that only God can reward you abundantly. And I pray that the seed, I know that the seed that you've planted in us will not just, it didn't fall on a hard rock. it fell on fertile grounds, and this will be a ripple effect. I know we are going to help many people out there upon graduation. And I'm not waiting for graduation for me to contribute to my community. This summer I'm going back home to volunteer with Children of Grace, because I feel there are many students that don't know why they're in school, and I want to help them realize that. I want to mentor them, I want to help them realize their dreams, and I want to be an inspiration to all of them. We are going back with Limon to help Children of Grace make the mission a reality. I hope everyone has a good evening, and thanks for listening to me.
Dennis, thank you very much just for being you and being a child of grace. We applaud you, and I noticed you were using an iPad. Very tech savvy. Congratulations. So on with the festivities, folks. We have a barrel of wine, 50 bottles of wine, and I want to thank you so much. We sold a lot of raffle tickets. That's the good news. The bad news is the odds are against you now. So to help us with the drawing, I would like to invite one of our students up here, Mercy. Come on up. From the San Ramon, what are you, the Wildcats or the Hornets, or what are you? San Ramon, what are we? The Eagles. Eagles fly high. Okay, so I want you to know that people love you, especially the person whose name you're going to draw. And the other people, I don't know. We'll have to find out. All right, are you ready, dear?
Yep, I am.
Okay. Did you shake it up? You have to shake it up first. We don't want any, we want it to be right. All right. A lot of tension in the room right now. Your wine cellar could be full. I'm sure it already is, but a little more wine has never hurt anyone.
Okay.
What do we have? Ooh.
922725.
So who might that be? Congratulations. We know where we're going tonight. Very good. Mercy, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Keep that in case we get audited, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. And go Eagles. All right, do all of you have your program? Let me see your program, because on the back of your program is your number, your bidder number. We have 6 auction items. We're going to go through these pretty quickly. These are great auction items. This is all profit and fun for you. So let's raise funds tonight by raising hands. And the first auction item, but let me see your programs first. Can I see your bidder numbers? Way in the back, I can read that. 191, 131, 124, 141. These are the easy ones right here. 153. How about in the back corner there? 153, 140. Okay, you're looking good. All right. If you go to the second page in your auction program, the first auction item is Carmel by the Sea Cottage Getaway. And Chuck and Diane Elliott, are you here tonight? You're very sweet. Thank you very much for donating this. It's a charming 2-bedroom cottage with a coastline scenery, which is nice, plus a very, very short walk to town. You get a gift certificate for lunch at a wonderful cafe, and you get 2 wine tasting passports to Carmel Wine Walk by the Sea. And if we go to the golf tournament, can we park in your parking space next time? Okay. All right. So this has a value of $2,200. Who will start the bidding off at $900? Need a starting bid of $900? 900. Gentlemen seated at $900. Next advance would be $1,000. Lady in the back at $1,000 is now bid. Back to you to $1,100. $1,000 is now bid. Lady in the black here sitting on my left at $1,100. $1,200 is now bid down the back. Against the wall at $1,300. $1,300 is now bid. Back to the lady at $1,400. $1,400 is now bid. Gentlemen, lady in the back at $1,500. $1,600. $1,700. $1,700 is now bid. $1,700 go $1,800. We're at $1,700 here. $1,800 is the next advance. We have 1,800. The lady seated right there, bidder number 152 at 1,800. 18 is now bid. 18 go 19. Gentlemen in the back at 1,900. 1,900 go 2,000. We're at 2,000 here is now bid. 2,250 is the next advance. 2,250 in the back. 2,250 go 2,500. 2,500 against the wall in the back at 2,500. 2,500 go 2,750. It's 25 in the back there, gentlemen in the back at 2,750 is now bid. Thank you very much. 2,750. Next advance would be at $3,000. We're 2,750 on my left. Back to you if you wanted at 3,000. 2,750 is now bid. Any advance? Gentlemen in the back at $3,000. Let's give them a big hand. Lady seated at $3,250. Not to be outdone. $3,250 to you is now bid. $3,250 go $3,500. $3,500 on my left is now bid. $3,500 go $3,750. It's $3,500 here. $3,750 to the gentleman. $3,750 back to you at $4,000 if you want it. We're $3,750 here. Next advance would be at $4,000. Any advance at $3,750? Last call at $3,750. Sold to the gentleman seated in the back at $3,750. That is bidder number 171. Thank you very much for your generosity. And thank you, Chuck and Diane Elliott. Okay, Mike, they tell me these are magic clubs. Mike Esrig has donated a full bag, a tailor-made bag, golf bag, plus a Rocket Ball Z Stage 2 driver. I think I saw that being used at Match Play yesterday. A Daddy Longlegs putter and a full set of irons. Where is Mike Esrig? Where are you, Mike? Where are you? These aren't the clubs you didn't want. These are the clubs that are brand new, right? And the bag. Of course they are. This has a value of $2,500. Who will start the bidding off at $1,000? A complete set of irons, woods, and a bag. Who will start the bidding? 1,000, the gentleman. Thank you very much. 1,000 go 1,100. It's 1,000 against the wall at $1,000. Next advance would be at 1,100. It's 1,000 against the wall. 1,100 in the back on my right at $1,100. 11 go 12. 12 in the back. 12 to the lady. 1,200 is now bid. 12 go 13. 1,200 here on my left at 1,200. Next advance would be at 13 if you want it. We're at 1,200 here. Any advance at $1,200? Gentleman in the back at 13. Thank you very much. He's very dramatic. Very dramatic. 1,300 to you is now bid. 1,300 go 14 to you. 15 to you. 1,500 is now bid. Thank you very much. 1,600 on my left to the gentleman here. On my left at 16. 16 goes 17. We're at 16 here. Next advance would be at 1,700. 17 in the back on my right at 17. 17 go 18. 1,700 here on my right. Next advance would be at $1,800. Gentleman here on my right at 17. Any advance at 1,700? Last call at 1,700. Sold to the gentleman in the back for $1,700. Bidder number, after you give a high five, could you raise your bidder paddle? There he is, bidder number 183. Thank you. And thank you, Mike Esrig. All right, I'm sure all of you are very energy conscious. You know, everybody's worried about water, worried about fuel consumption. But you get a get out of jail card with this item. This is called Let's Burn Some Fuel. This is get behind the wheel of the 6 of the finest exotic cars from a very elite collection. Obviously not as elite as the ones that are here tonight, but they're elite. You have a Ferrari, a 430 Ferrari, and a 458. You got a Maserati Gran Turismo. You got a Lotus. And a little measly Mercedes, an SLS. And then, of course, a Lamborghini. And a Porsche 911, a Nissan GTR, and an Audi R8 V10. Ladies, you should get this for yourself. Forget your husbands tonight. This would be fun. You get to travel on the back roads of some of California's famous roadways. You get to burn some fuel for charity. So it's okay. You get a get out of jail card. We list the value in the program at $650, but really, when was the last time you drove a Maserati and a Lamborghini and a Lotus and on in the same day? So let's start the bidding off at $300. Gentleman in the back at 300 is now bid. 300 go 400. 300 here. Next advance, 400 to you. 400 to you. The gentleman seated here, 400. Are you at 400? We're 300 against the wall. Thank you very much. 400 to the gentleman. 400 go 500. It's 400 here. Back to you at 500. 500 to the lady. Very good. You're going to have a lot of fun. At $500. 500. 600 to you. Oh, he's no gentleman. He's bidding against her. At $600. 600 is now bid. Gentleman in the back at 600. 600 goes 700. 700 here on my right at 700. Thank you very much. Against the wall, against the beautiful Chinese painting, watercolor, very, very beautiful. At $700, 700 is now bid. 800 in the back. 800 to you is now bid. Experience of a lifetime. At $800, 800 go 9. It's 800 here. Do we have any birthdays coming up? We're at 800 here. Back to you at 900 if you want it. $800 is now bid. Any advance at $800? Last call at 800. 900 to the lady. I could tell. I knew you were gonna do it. 900 to the lovely lady. 900 is now bid. Lovely lady up front at $900. 900 go 1,000. It's 900 here. Do we have $1,000? Somewhere over in the back of the room, the gentleman. I know he wants it at $1,000. 1,000 is now bid. 1,000 go 1,100. 1,000 to the gentleman in the back is now bid. 1,000 go 1,100. 1,000 is now 1,100 to the lady. Very good. No, you leave her alone. She's leaning forward. She's in charge. She's bidding 1,100. 1,100 is now, and she's not going to be outbid tonight, right? Okay, 1,100. I'm going to be in trouble, or you're going to be in trouble, either one. Anyway, 1,100 is now bid. 11 go 12. 1,100 to the lady right here at $1,100. Back to you, 1,200 if you want it. He's not going to let her bid. 1,200. 1,200 to you. Back to you at 13. 1,200 in the back. Back to you at 13. 1,200 is now bid. Any advance at $1,200? Last call at 1,200. Sold to the gentleman against the wall for $1,200. That would be, oh, you're going to have a great time. That's bidder number. Can we see your bidder paddle, please? Bidder number 182. Thank you very much. All right, get this. This next item is priceless. As you were coming down the hall, you saw just a little wine cellar, a few bottles of wine, and you saw a nice table there. How about this? Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth Bering have donated a private dinner for 6 at the Bering Wine Cellar. You can all say you've been at the Bering House, but how many can say you were invited back? Only one lucky group. So you could have your friends, right? Could be 2 people, and you're going to invite some of your neighbors, or it could be your table. But it's a private dinner for 6 at the Wine Cellar, of course, catered by Scott's Seafood Restaurant of Walnut Creek. You're going to, do you see all the wine in there? I don't know if you get to select your pairing, but essentially my notes say that it's a $10,000 bottle wine cellar. I'm sure you will have some choice. This is priceless. Who will start the bidding off at $500? Need a starting bid of $500? Who in the room at $500? 500 to gentleman here at $500. 600 in the back. 600 is now bid in the back at $600. 600 goes 7. 600 in the back is now bid 7. 8. 800 is now bid. 900 lady here in the red at $900. Back to the gentleman at 1,000. 1,000 is now bid. 1,100 way in the back at 1,100. 1,200. 1,200 is now bid. 12 go 13. We're at 1,200 here. 1,300 is now bid. 13 go 14. We're 13 to the gentleman. 14 over here on my right. 1,400 is now bid. 1,400 go 1,500. 1,500 in the back is now bid. 1,500 goes 16. 16 is now bid on my left here at 1,600. 17 on my right. 17 on my right is now bid. 17 go 18. 18 is now bid. 18 go 1,900. 1,900 is now bid. 1,900 go 2,000. 1,900 here on my right. Back to you 2,000 if you want it. We're at 1,900 here. Back to you at 2,000. Any advance at 1,900. Get your posse together. 2,000 here. Gentlemen at 2,000. Next advance is at 2,250. We're 2,000 here. Back to you at 2,050. 2,250 to the gentleman. 2,250 is now bid. Next advance would be at 2,500. We're at 2,250 here. Next advance at 2,500. Any event, 2,500 is now bid. Thank you very much. 2,750. 2,750 go 3,000. 3,000 to the lady. 3,250 here. 3,500 is now bid. 3,500 go 3,750. It's 3,500 in the back to the gentleman. Next advance would be at 3,750. 3,500 in the back. Back to you if you want it at 3,750. 3,500 here for your group, your posse. Are you going to get them together? Are you guys talking about it? If you're talking about it, you got to do something. 3,750 is now bid. And she's smiling. That's good. He's not, but she is. 3,750 is now bid. 3,750 go $4,000. Anyone in the room at $4,000? We're at 3,750 to the lady. Next advance would be at 4,000. Last call at 3,750. Sold to the lovely lady in the room for 3,750. Bidder number. Let's give you a little recognition. What's your bidder number? 162. Thank you very much. If you snooze, you lose. You got to be ready. We can make it up on the fund to need. Okay. All right. The next item in your program is called Pig Pickin' for 50. So this is where you think about graduations coming up, the 60th birthday party, the 70th birthday party, the 80th birthday party, bringing all the relatives together. All together. This is donated by Wes and Cynthia Spain. This is a Northern Carolina-style barbecue with all the trimmings. This is brought to your house for 50 of your friends and or relatives. It's authentic style pulled pork made from the whole hog and prepared on site. But really the best part is you don't have to clean up. That's the best part, or you have to cook. Perfect for birthdays, graduations, and other special events. And we thank Wes and Cynthia Spain. Thank you very much for your generosity. Who will start the bidding off at $400? Need a starting bid of $400? Anyone in the room? 400 to the gentleman right here. 400 go 500. 400 here is now bid. 500 to you. 500 to you is now bid. 500 goes 600. It's 500 here. Next advance would be at $600. It's 500 to the gentleman. Any advance at 600? 600 here. 700 here. 700 go 8. $800 is now bid. 800 go 9. $800 here go $900. $800 is now bid. Any advance at $800? Any advance at 900 to you. 900 to the gentleman here at 900. 900 go 1,000. We're at 900 here. 1,000 to you. 1,100 to the lady. 1,100 is now bid. 11 go 12. We're at 1,100 here. Go $1,200. $1,200 is now bid. Thank you very much at 1,200. 1,200 go 13. We're at 1,200 here. Next advance would be at 1,300. We're 1,200 here. Any advance at 1,300? 13 to you. 14 in the back. 14 in the back is now bid. 1,400 right here is now bid. 1,500. I'm getting, let's see, we got to go. Where are you pointing? There you go. Thank you very much. 1,500. 1,500 to you is now bid. 1,500 goes 16. It's 1,500 here. Back to you at 1,600. 1,500. 16 to the gentleman in the back at 1,600. 16 goes 17. We're at 1,600 here. Any advance at 1,600? Next advance would be at 17. 17 to the gentleman seated at 17. 17 go 18. We're at 1,700 here. 18 in the back here on my left at 1,800. 18 go 19. We're at 1,800 here, go 19. 1,800 is now bid. Any advance at 1,800? Any advance at 1,800? 19 in the back is now bid. Thank you very much. 19 go $2,000. It's 1,900 in the back. Next advance would be at 2,000. Any advance at 1,900? You're kidding me. We've got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Some breaking news. But you broke it a little too soon. The timing wasn't perfect because we still have some other bidders here. So that's okay. Let Clark handle it next time. Let Clark. Clark, we need you. All right. So we're at 2,000 here. Who's at 2,000? In the back at 2. Okay. Ross is at 2,000. In the back here at 2,250. Are you okay with that at 2,250? Okay. 2,250 is now bid. 2,250 go 2,500. It's 2,250 here. Any advance at 2,500? All right. The cat's out of the bag. The cat's out of the bag now. So what we're going to do, due to the kindness of Wes and Cynthia, we're going to do 2 of these. So we're going to do it at the underbidder price. So you're going to get what you were going to pay for, $2,000, and you're going to get a discount at $2,000. Sounds fair? We'll do 2 at $2,000. Can we see your bidder paddles, both of you, please? At $2,000, bidder number 199, and the other gentleman who's eating his dessert now for some reason, you got to bring your bidder paddle up. Okay, bidder number 102. Thank you very much, and thank you again, Wes and Cynthia. Thank you very much for your generosity. I really like it when you whisper in my ear like that. Okay. Now we gotta check this guy's credentials out. So Richard and Patty asked, is Richard here? Yes. So Richard, what's your record? I mean, have you been able to take off and land without any problems? Huh? Oh, this is Richard and Patty Ash. Where's our Richard? Where's Captain Richard? Captain Richard, where are you? Is Captain Richard here? What? Oh, Captain Murray. I'm sorry. Is Captain Murray here? We just want to check your credentials, sir. Have you had any near crashes or near misses? None that I remember. Okay, very good. That qualifies you. Very excellent. So actually, we're going to save that for the very last one. We just wanted to give everybody a little teaser. The next one is your Las Vegas getaway, and that is Richard and Patty Ash. Thank you very much for your generosity. This is spending, and actually we should talk to them because I think they have some inside information that they haven't shared because it is Las Vegas. But this is spending 7 nights at One Las Vegas. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath luxury condominium complex south of the Strip and only 15 minutes from the airport. This offers access to the Hoover Dam, just around the corner, the Grand Canyon, not far away, and spectacular restaurants and nightlife. This has a value of $1,500 for Vegas. Even Richard and Patty Ash won't tell you what goes on there. Who will start the bidding off at $900? We need a starting bid of $900. Who in the room will do a starting bid for Las Vegas? Thank you very much at $900. $900 is now bid. $900 go $1,000. $900 is now bid. Next advance would be at $1,000. We're at $900 here to the gentleman. Next advance at $1,000. Any advance at $900? Last call at $900. Sold to the very lucky gentleman in the back at $900. And trust me, he's not going to tell you what happens there. $900, and that would be bidder number 152. Thank you very much. Okay, now we're back to Captain Vern Murray. Captain Murray says he's got a 100% success record, and he's here to prove it. The winner of The Sky is the Limit will have their choice. The winner and 2 guests for a flight over the bay, over your neighborhood. You can buzz your house. Your kids can wave to you. Or he will fly you to Berryessa to go to Nancy's Restaurant, it's a very expensive hamburger, by the way. But what a good time. What a unique experience. We're going to start the bidding off at $500. So we'll start the bidding here at $500 for the last auction item in the program. Thank you very much at $500. $600 against the wall. $600 is really nice at $600. $600 goes $700. It's $600 against the wall. $700 to you. $700 is now bid. 7 go $800. Gentleman in front at $800. Thank you very much. $800, and you guys thought you were friends, huh? $800 is now bid. $800 go $900 and behind you at $900. $900 go $1,000. It's $900 now. $1,000 up front is now bid. $1,000 go $1,100. $1,000 go. It's a very good hamburger at $1,200. $1,200 is now bid. $12 go $13. $1,200 against the wall is now bid. Next advance would be at $1,300. Any advance at $1,200? Are you guys going to take it outside? Or are you going to do it right here? $1,200 is now $1,300. $1,300 is now bid. Thank you. Thank you very much. Putting the pressure on you here. $1,300 go $1,400. Just $100 more. We're at $13 here. Back to you at $1,400 is now bid. $1,400 is now bid. $14 go $15. And our secret card down the middle here in the blue dress at $1,400. $1,400 is now bid. $14 go $15. It's $1,500 on my left here against the wall at $1,500. Back to you at $16 if you want it. It's $1,500 here. Back to you at $1,600. $1,500 is now bid. Any advance at $1,500? Last call at $1,500? Oh, my God. Captain, our captain. Thank you very much. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Will you do one at $1,200? You'll do one at $1,200? Will you two gentlemen in the back do one at $1,200? You're getting a deal. You better say yes. Okay, so we got bidder number 182, bidder 123, and the lovely lady in the blue, bidder number 122. Thank you so much for your generosity. Okay, Benjamin, hit it. We'll see if he's ready. Benjamin, let's have a Congo. I think the dinner was really good, and the wine was especially good. Benjamin, are you with us? Okay, the wine was good, and we all had a good time, but we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Let's welcome again the lovely Marianne. Thank you very much. Ben, hold it up, pal. Okay, come on up, Marianne.
Is that on? Okay. I can't do that Luganda dance they do. Anyway, once again, thank you all for coming and participating in the auction tonight. I really, really appreciate it. So tonight, you've had a chance to meet many of our young, very talented students who are living their dream. Dreams, to me, they're an action. They're a verb. It's something that people do. Except if you are an orphan living in the AIDS and poverty-stricken villages of Uganda with no hope of going to school. In the local language of Luganda, there isn't a word for dream. Instead, children grow up believing that they are not worthy, they don't matter, they do not believe they have a chance for a better future. They believe all the lies of poverty. So in 2000, long time ago now, I read a magazine article called Death of a Continent, and it talked about the death and dying in sub-Saharan Africa, and particularly all the millions of orphans that were left behind. I was very, very touched by that article, and I decided to sponsor a little girl, 10 years old, named Zahara, who had recently lost her mother to AIDS.
I'm Zahara. So, yes, my mom was sick with AIDS and died 6 months after being diagnosed. But while she was sick, a couple of people came to my school and they asked all the students who were orphans to sign up with their sponsorship program. That day, I didn't sign up because first, I was not an orphan, but I still had hope that my mom would live. So I couldn't get myself to sign up. That would mean that I was ready to let go. I went back home that day to take care of my bedridden mother, and I found her there still very sick, almost unresponsive. I told her about my day, how it went, and I told her about these people who were signing up, orphans. And I took a chance, and I asked her, Mom, do you think I too should sign up? So actually, that's my mom right there. So she looked right at me, and she just cried. And at that moment, I realized that my mom was going to die and that I was going to be an orphan. So the next day, I became very determined that I was going to walk 5 miles to the office of those people and get my name on that list. I got there, and they agreed to add me on that list. A month later, she passed. Anyway.
Yeah, Zahara's mom passed, and then 2 years later, I walked through the Entebbe airport, and the first person I saw was this beautiful little girl who was my sponsored child, Zahara. It was so amazing to finally meet her. Then, we knew this was going to be hard, but so I'm sorry. But I also met during that trip, I met a lovely young mother of two boys who I traveled with throughout the villages of Uganda. And we spent a lot of time out in the village talking to mothers and children about HIV. And during one of our conversations, she said to me that she, too, was HIV positive. And I was surprised by that, very surprised, because she didn't look sick. But she also said to me, Marianne, I know I will never see you in this life again. And she said, I'm afraid to die, but it's not about me. It's about my 2 boys. Who's going to love them? Who's going to provide them an education? And I promised her that I would do everything in my God-given power to make sure her 2 sons received the best education possible. So, because of AIDS, this lovely young mother of 2, named Grace, died. But because of my promise to Grace, Children of Grace was born.
So I know what it feels like to be an orphan, because when I lost my mom, she was my everything. I was our only daughter, and I lost my entire family. I felt very empty and unprotected, but I believe in God. I'm a Christian, so in that moment is when I realized that God is so good. Immediately after, not immediately, it was a short time after my mom's death, a photo of me was given to Aunt Marianne here, and she agreed to sponsor me. It is because of her, actually, that I could dream, if this is the theme of tonight. I'm so grateful of her, because every time I look at her, even in my toughest days, I still see God's eyes through her. So, thank you. Yeah. 80% of all students that enroll in primary education don't finish. That's the reality. But why do you think that is? Anybody know? Something like that. But really the reality is they're mired in poverty. And what does that mean, to be mired in poverty as an orphan? Well, that means you have no parental guidance. You don't have school fees to attend school, like most of you said. You're lucky if you have 1 meal a day. And you wander around from place to place. I did that for a while until she found me, because you don't feel safe anywhere, no one to look after you. And many of us, if you've been to Uganda, you see kids walking around on the street. Those are called street children, so many of us become that. Through sponsorship, I completed primary school. I was lucky, I was one of the lucky ones, of course. Completed my primary education and went on to attend secondary school.
So let me tell you what it's like if you are an AIDS orphan and you do get to go to primary school. You're one of those 20%. I'm Mike McCoy, Marianne's husband. I followed her to Uganda, and today in Uganda, I'm her African driver. So as her driver, I recently had the opportunity to drive one of our young scholarship applicants and his guardian back home after their interview at our offices to see if he could qualify and receive a scholarship. I drove way out deep into the sugarcane fields. I don't know how I ever got back. And going out there, I finally turned a corner and there were some mud huts. And this is where Brian, lived with his grandmother. And they lived actually in a mud hut with some rusty old tin sheets on top. They had no water, no lights, and yet he was a great student and studied at night by candlelight and was dedicated to getting an education. And as a result, when they took the Uganda National Primary School leaving exams, and that happens to everybody after the equivalent of 7th grade, to see if they qualify to go to high school, Brian scored in the top 2% of all the children in Uganda that took that test. But Brian was not going to be able to go to high school because high school fees cost 10 times what the school fees were in his local village primary school. And his grandma, his Jaja, just there was no way. An excellent student, dedicated, can't go to school. So his head teacher at the school said, you know, Brian, I heard about this organization over in Gingertown. They give scholarships for high school education to really hardworking, academically achieving, deserving children. I think you're one of them. I think you should go talk to Children of Grace. So he and his guardian set out one morning right after that to our offices and walked 13 miles to get to our office after dark. The office was closed. So what do? They go to the local police station, which is the only safe haven for a penniless traveler, and they sleep on the concrete floor of a room at the police station. No bedding, no mats, no water, no food since early that morning. And we opened the compound gates about 7 a.m. for the staff to come in, and sure enough, here's Brian and his Jaja standing there waiting for an interview with Marianne and her staff, which they had. And at the conclusion of the interview, Marianne brought him in the house and fed him breakfast, and then asked me as the driver to take them back to their home. That's why I know how far they live in the cane fields. But the amazing thing was that although Brian had really walked that far, you know, he arrived too late. Because we had planned to take in this year 12 scholarship students at the high school level, because that's the funding level we felt like we could project and raise. And we were overbooked, and we had closed the window. Brian didn't know it, and he came with his Jaja. They had their interview. And you know, we ask ourselves, how can anyone deny this kid who is so determined to have an education the opportunity to go to high school? So Brian today is a scholastic scholarship receiver of Children of Grace, going to high school. He's number 18, and we had to stop after that. He's our final one. So that's what it's like for somebody that has that primary education to get a chance to go on and get a scholarship to go to high school, and like some of these high achievers here tonight, go to college, and even better yet, earn a scholarship to come to a university in America. We've got a short message from Brian, if we could.
My name is Wangota Brian. I completed my primary examinations and I managed to get. My name is Wangota Brian. I completed my primary living examinations and I managed to get 6 aggregates. I want to go to Ginger College Secondary School. I dream to be a doctor in the future. The reason why I want to help my people in the community to solve some problems like alcoholism, poisoning. When I secure to become a doctor, I'll help them and advise them to stop drinking and use that to educate.
Come on up, kids. So, Marianne, seriously. Oh, he does. Okay.
Oh, gosh. Anyway, so the whole point of all this is actually we're really grateful. We really are. But we here, students, are really the new paradigm of truth to displace the old lies of poverty. We here, we matter, we are worthy, and we have a great opportunity for a better future because it's us, not you guys, although we're very grateful, but it's us who will become the change agents to lead our country out of poverty and eradicate AIDS. Thank you. Please be generous and support Children of Grace. Do what you can. It's every little, every big is just as amazing. So thank you for the night and enjoy your night. Really do.
So, Marianne, to keep the vision alive, we got to raise some funds tonight. We have to have a funded need and a pledge. So how much are we looking for tonight?
You asked that guy.
Well, I like things that have lots of zeros around them. So let's start building zeros. I think we've got 5 zeros built. Let's go to work on that.
Okay, that equals 50,000. So that's our goal tonight. It sounds like a lot of money. Of course. So 50,000 seems like a lot of money, and more zeros even seems like a lot more money. But we have 150 people here. So you guys can do the math, right? Huh? 50,000 divided by 150, that's about 300 and, 300 and, well, we haven't graduated yet, but that's okay. That's but I know it's more than $300, but that's achievable here. Now, some people will be able to pledge more, and some people less. It doesn't matter. It's the group here. And through the group, we can hit our goal of $50,000. We're going to have a total of about 7 pledges. So somewhere along the line, you can find a place that fits your comfort level. We'll do $7,500 or more. $5,000 can be a pledge. $2,500. We'll move to $1,000, $500, $250, and $100. Our goal is to get everybody in the room to pledge something, and together we can achieve our goal or exceed it. So let's give it our best effort tonight. Our first pledge will be at $750, and this is what, $7,500, and this is what $7,500 does. It'll fund full secondary ed, plus another 2 years post-secondary ed getting ready for college. The last time I paid tuition for my kids, it was a lot more. So this money goes a long way to really make a difference. So is there anyone in the room that would like to make a pledge of $7,500? Anyone in the room at $7,500? Just raise your bitter paddle, and we will record it if there's anybody in the room at $7,500. My little friend's coming up here. We would like to fill the room up with balloons, so when you make a pledge, we will give you a balloon. If we don't have a pledge at $7,500, I understand that we have an anonymous donor in the room, that if somebody pledges $5,000, they'll match half of that, and that will give us our first pledge of $7,500. So is there anyone in the room that will pledge $500? Gentlemen seated, bidder number 162 at $500. Thank you very much. Excuse me, $5,000? Captain, my captain, thank you very much. Okay. $5,000, and we're going to add on another $2,500 for our anonymous donor. Let's give him a big hand. Thank you very much. Our next pledge level will be at $5,000. Is there anybody in the room at $5,000? Gentleman here on my left, bidder number 126 at $5,000. Let's give him a balloon. Anyone else in the room at in the back at $5,000? Bidder number 132. Bidder number 146 at $5,000. Thank you very much. Anyone else in the room at $5,000? Gentlemen seated at $5,000. Bidder number 134. Thank you for your generosity. And this side of the room, anybody at $5,000? Anyone else in the room at $5,000? Gentlemen seated, thank you very much. Bidder number 141. Thank you for your generosity. Anyone else in the room? Last call at $5,000? Thank you very much for your generosity. Our next pledge level will be at $2,500. We have a commercial. 1 minute, please. We'll be back to you.
I just wanted to steal the mic for a couple of minutes because we have had the wonderful opportunity to bring Mercy into our family. And about a year and a half ago, she joined us. Would you stand up, Mercy? She's turned into a lovely young woman. She joined us at about a year and a half ago, and tomorrow she turns 13. She has a wonderful, hard-working attitude. She never gives up. She has an infectious smile. She's blessed us more than we've had the opportunity to give to her. It's incredible. I just want to encourage you tonight to contribute to this amazing cause as the evening progresses. But before we do that, I think we should sing Happy Birthday to Mercy. What do you say? Yeah. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mercy. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. That was very genuine. Thank you very much for sharing that. I hate to talk about money, but our next pledge level is at $2,500. Is there anyone in the room at $2,500? $2,500 will actually pay for trade school scholarship. They're not all going to be engineers. They're going to fall in at different levels. So $2,500 goes a long way. Is there anyone in the room? Raise your paddle at $2,500. Gentlemen seated, thank you very much. Bidder number 135, coming back to visit us from afar. Thanks for being here. Bidder number 135. In the back, we have bidder number 150. Thank you very much. Let's give him a big hand. Bidder number 137 at $2,500. Thank you. Anyone else in the room on this side? In the back, bidder number 199 at $2,500. Thank you very much. Anyone else in the room on this side at $2,500? As we move to the middle and to the back of the room here, in the back, way in the back, bidder number 183. Let's give him a big hand at $2,500. Thank you very much. Anyone else in the room? Just raise your paddle at $2,500. Last call at $2,500 in the room. Thank you very much for your generosity. We're trying to get everybody to participate. We have our next level will be at $1,000, then at $500, then at $250, and then at $100. So who in the room will pledge $1,000 on this side? Gentlemen here, bidder number 159, thank you very much. Bidder number 124, bidder number 168, thank you. Bidder number 138, and you have a little note written on your card. It says 204, bidder 204, thank you very much. Bidder 123, in the back, let's give him a big hand. Bidder number 113 at $1,000. Bidder number 117 at $1,000. Bidder number 148 at $1,000. Thank you very much. At 147, let's give them a big hand for their generosity, please. Anyone else on this side at $1,000? As we go here, we have bidder number 101, thank you. Bidder number 122, thank you very much. Bidder number 108, thank you many, many times. Bidder number 115, thank you. Bidder 176, thank you very much. Bidder number 110, thank you very much. We're starting to fill the room up with balloons. Bidder number 119, thank you. Bidder number 121, thank you very much. Bidder number 145, and in the back we have bidder number 133, thank you. Bidder number 177, and bidder number 104. Bidder number 133, thank you for your pledge of $1,000. Anyone in the room at $1,000? Bidder number 136, thank you for your generosity. Anyone else in the room at $1,000? We're getting more balloons here. Bidder number 171, thank you very much. Anyone else in the room at $1,000? Just raise your paddle, please. Thank you very much again for all your generosity. Our next level, thank you. Our next level is at $500. Let's start over here. Anyone in the room at $500? Thank you. Bidder number 173 at $500. Who else in the room on this side at $500? Bidder number 142, thank you very much at $500. Anyone else in the room on this side at $500? Bidder number 179, thank you very much. And over to this side of the room, we have bidder 151 at $500. Thank you. Bidder 149, thank you very much. Bidder 131, thank you. And as we go, we have bidder number 166. Thank you very much at $500. Anyone else in the room at $500? Just raise your bidder paddle, please. Do we have another person that I missed here? There we go. There's the balloons going. Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much for your bid of $500. We appreciate that. We have 2 more pledges left. Let's try to get everybody in the room at $250. Let's start on this side at $250. Just raise your bidder paddle, please, at $250. Thank you, bidder number 181. Thank you very much. Bidder number 181 at $250. As we move towards this side of the room, bidder 118 at $250. Thank you. Bidder number 130 at $250. In the back at $175. Bidder number 175 at $250. Thank you very much. Bidder 125. Thank you very much for your generosity. Anyone else in the room at $250? Last call at $250. Last call, gentlemen, is the gentleman? Oh, you getting your balloon? Okay, good. There you go. Anyone else in the room at $250? Our last increment will be at $1,000. Let's see if we can get 100%. Fill this room up with balloons at $100. Anyone in the room at $100? Raise your bidder paddle on this side. Thank you very much. Bidder number 186. Bidder number 107. Thank you. Bidder number 180. Thank you very much. At $100. Bidder 182 at $100. Who else in the room? We've got bidder 182 at $100. Bidder number 170. Thank you very much. Anyone else in the room at this side at $100? As we move more towards the middle here, we have bidder number 115. Thank you very much. And 167. I heard a little voice in the 158. Okay, very good. Thank you. Bidder number 128 at $100. Bidder number 140 at $100. We have bidder 128. Thank you very much. We have that one time. Anyone else at 100? In the back, way in the back, bidder number 158. Thank you. At $100. Anyone else in the room? Bidder number 120. Thank you very much. At $100. Last call at 100. Raise your paddle as I scan the room. Bidder number 189, thank you very much at $100. Anyone else in the room at $100? You guys have been great, but you know what? We got to check with our accountants at KPMG, who have been called in for an audit. So where are our accountants? Do we have a number? Do we have a number? Do we get to our goal? Yeah, looks like it. That kind of sounds like Sarbanes-Oxley. Kind of got there. That's why we had the financial collapse. I think we probably made it. It would be good if we had our running total, but we don't have our running total. Is that correct? Okay. Folks, I think we made it. I think we probably exceeded it, actually, if I can do my math in my head here. You guys have probably already figured it out. But thank you very much again for your generosity. And Ben, this is your cue, but you're not ready. You're having too good a time over there. So let me turn it over to our MC, William, for doing a great job. And folks, thanks so much for your generosity. William. There you go, big guy. Here he is.
The room looks pretty good with balloons. Listen, we just want to thank you all very much for coming out, obviously for your contributions to Children of Grace tonight, more importantly for your friendship and your willingness to come into community with us. We want you to go ahead and finish all of your cheesecake. No one gets to go home until all the cheesecake is done. I want to let you know about a couple of things. In just a few minutes after we close, there will be, you guys heard about child sponsorship and the opportunity to sponsor a child. There will be a table set up over here in this little bay in just a few minutes. If you're interested in looking into the possibility of sponsoring a child, our Director of Child Sponsorship and our board member, Sue Garrett. Sue, turn around, raise your hand. She will be over there. We do have a number of students that need to be sponsored right now, and the opportunity to take care of that overflow takes place tonight. So we'd invite you to visit with that. All of our children of grace, raise your hand so they can see you one more time. Before you leave, take the opportunity to get to know them.